Assim, vista do mar, a Ilha da Queimada Grande, no litoral sul de São Paulo, parece um pedaço de paraíso no meio do Oceano Atlântico. Pura ilusão. Apesar da beleza natural, poucos lugares no planeta se parecem tanto com o inferno.
There's an island in the Atlantic, just east of the Brazilian mainland, approximately 9 miles. From far away, it's stunning. There's shimmering water around a beautiful rocky shoreline, greener than anything you've probably ever seen before. But this island is known as the deadliest place in the world, and few have ever dared to touch it. Lurking deep within the trees of the island, if you look very, very carefully, lies one of the most dangerous snakes in the world. A snake with such potent venom, it could melt your skin away. However, there isn't only one of these snakes. There is 4,000 of them. They're called the golden lancehead snake, and the island is full of them. So to give you a bit of history of the island, first and foremost, rumor has it that these hapless fishermen landed onto the island in search of bananas once. These fishermen were only to be discovered later in their boats, dead in the pool of their own blood, with snake bites on their bodies. And then from the 1909s to the 1920s, a few people did, in fact, live on the island in order to run its lighthouse, which is important for the ports of Sao Paulo. But according to another local tale, the last lighthouse keeper, along with his entire family, died when a cadre of snakes slithered into his home through the windows. Some claim the snakes were put there on the island many years ago to protect gold by pirates. But the fact of the matter is, around 11,000 years ago, sea levels rose enough to isolate the island, which is now called Snake Island, or if you're Brazilian, Ilha da Queimada Grande. It was enough to raise the sea levels, to isolate it from mainland Brazil, and it caused the snakes living in the area to stay in the area. They're thought to be jararaca snakes, a very common snake in Brazil. Of course, because these snakes were so isolated over these 11,000 years, they were able to evolve in a way which other snakes across the world haven't been able to, and hence become as dangerous as they are now. You see, the snakes at Ilha de Queimada Grande have no ground level predators. There are no predators to hunt these snakes. What it did allow them to do was reproduce extraordinarily quickly. But the problem, there was no ground level prey. The only prey came from the birds, the migratory birds, which flew through the island seasonally. You see, usually snakes, when they're hunting birds, what they do is they wait for the bird to land on a tree branch. They strike the bird, wait for the venom to work as the bird flies away, and then tracks their prey again once, of course, the bird dies. However, the lancehead snake didn't have the ability to track these birds. I mean, the jararaca snake never needed to learn how to track birds because its prey used to be ground level. So what the lancehead viper did learn to do was develop an extremely potent venom with an extreme ability to kill prey as quick as possible, quicker and stronger than any mainland snake, specifically 5 times stronger. And hence the prey would die nearly instantly, making this one of the most scariest snakes to have ever slithered on our planet. When it comes to humans, if you're not treated, you will die within an hour. And let's say you are treated, there's between a 7 and 3% chance you still die. That is considerable compared to many other snakes we've ever seen. And we're talking about an island with 4,000 snakes in them. Some estimates and some experts estimate that there is one snake for every square meter in some of those parts of the island. That's insane. And so, as you may have obviously guessed, the Brazilian government has come in and strictly sort of manages the traffic of people who are allowed to go to Snake Island. The visitors include the Brazilian Navy, who go and work around the lighthouse. Of course, the lighthouse is not automated. We don't want any more lighthouse keepers dying. Terrible terrible deaths. And the other visitors are, of course, researchers and experts. Here comes the sad part of this island. As beautiful as these snakes may be, or as dangerous as these snakes may be, their populations have declined by nearly 50% in the last 15 years. That's ridiculous. You're talking about 8,000 snakes living in this island a couple of 15 years ago. It ties down into the black market. You see, because of the black market demand by not only animal collectors but scientists, the populations have reduced dramatically. This is a golden lancet snake, the only one in the entire world, especially curated, evolved over 11,000 year speciality of the Jararaca snake. It obviously has a really interesting, sort of intrigue and fascination and rarity. Of course, gives animal collectors an incentive to buy or purchase the snake. But when it comes to scientists are also contributing to this black market, which has seen such a steep decline in their populations. The fact is that golden lancet snakes and their venom can be used for immense medical treatment. Heart disease, circulation, blood clots, and snake venom from other species has been shown to as potentials for anti-cancer drugs. Medical possibilities are, of course, extraordinary. Golden lancet snakes can catch up between $10,000 to $30,000. And now the animal is listed as critically endangered on the International Union for Conservation of Nature's Red List. But the fact of the matter is this. This is the most dangerous place on Earth, at least most dangerous natural place on Earth. And humans have found a way to continue being the most dangerous thing in every single part of the world. While this may make Snake Island seem less terrifying, it sure as hell isn't exactly beneficial to these snakes who have called the island home for 11,000 years. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something new. This is probably the last video I'm going to be making in quite a while. And so if you reached all the way to this end, let me just adjust the camera right here. If you've reached all the way to the end, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Make sure to take care of yourselves. And of course, I will see you guys in the next one. Remember to comment, like, and most importantly, subscribe.